Welcome back to the Real Estate 401k show. I'm your host, Mike Weinstein, and my fist-bumping partners over here is just, all right, man, I feel the love. Justin Frederick and Ryan.
Air fist bump, buddy.
All righty, so I love this one because this is, anytime that we are talking with somebody about selling their house, and I think one of the value propositions that we bring to the table is an all-encompassing strategy. And believe it or not, one of the questions is that I think a lot of sellers don't give a lot of credence to is what day of the week do you put a house on the market? Are there better days than others? Is there a worse day of the week? And we're gonna get into this, and you're gonna want to text the word day to 623 AZ Recon. That's day to 623 AZ Recon. And if you're working with an agent or you're thinking about selling your house, I challenge you to ask them, hey, what do you think is the best day? Mm-hmm. What do you think is the worst day? Because just because a house is not ready, or just because a house is now ready to go on the market, doesn't necessarily mean that you should. And according to this article, and I agree, that that Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays are absolutely the worst day to list a house. Ryan, agree or disagree?
Agree.
And of those three, which is the absolute worst?
Coin flip between Sunday and Monday, man. So you got to think about the logistics behind what happens when you guys are setting up a time to go look at property. You're usually collaborating with your agent on like Thursday or Friday. If you're working a typical 5-day work week, 9 to 5, 9 to 6 or whatever, then you're going to decide on what you want to go look at on Thursday or Friday and then start pounding the pavement on Saturday, Sunday. Something pops up on the market on Sunday, you've already got your agenda. You already know what you're going to do. So, and on top of that, you want to give the seller as much heads up that, hey, we're coming over at 3 o'clock, that I always tell my sellers be ready with it within an hour. But realistically, if you're a buyer's agent and you're showing homes to a buyer, you want to give them a 24-hour heads up. That way they can take care of the dogs, do some deep cleaning, bake some cookies, whatever the hell, right? So if you go out there and you find something that just popped up on the market on Sunday and you try to do a last minute showing or something like that, it can sometimes cause problems. Most of the time you're okay. But if you're a seller, wouldn't you like to give yourself the best odds at getting the most traffic, particularly on opening weekend? Because all the studies show that the first and second weekend are when you're going to get the bulk of your showings. It's also difficult to list right before a holiday weekend, particularly if it's one where people travel out of town a lot. So any type of summer holiday in Phoenix, you don't ever want to list right before that weekend. 4th of July, it's a ghost town here. Everyone wants to go up north. They want to get the hell out of the heat, and they want to, last thing they want to do is drive around in 125 degrees on 4th of July weekend. That's not what they want. So it's not just what day of the week. There's also strategy on which weeks to list.
I also think it's important to note, especially in our current market right now, inventory's up. Houses are sitting on the market a little bit longer than we've grown accustomed to over the last 3, 4, 5 years. So days on market is imperative. And so, people, to your point, they're starting to prepare Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays for what homes that they want to go look at this coming up weekend. They don't feel that panic like they did 3, 4 years ago. Oh my God, new house went on the listing. I got to go see it right now because we know it's going to be on the market for a little while. So people are looking to, I think, to really preparing Wednesdays and Thursdays to see what homes they want to go look at this weekend. If you list your house on a Saturday or Sunday, you're going to have very few eyeballs on it. And then by the time Wednesday, Thursday, Friday come around, now you've just already added in an extra 3 to 4 days on market, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 3 to 4 days is a big deal.
I mean, we could bring Mindy in here and talk about the power of scarcity, like she, every second counts. And so that being said, when I list, and it says in here Thursday, and I love Thursday. I'm good with Wednesday too. I normally try to prepare people for Wednesday because we all know what it looks like getting things ready. You just add that extra day buffer in there. But I won't let it go live until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because If your agent still lists it, oh well, I got it on the market on Thursday, but I did it at 8 p.m.
Right.
You
That
just-
counts as a
on
day,
market.
right?
It's a day
yeah,
on.
that's a day on market. You just burned a full day, and you probably haven't missed the boat, but there's a possibility that they've already scheduled out all their showings for that weekend. So I want it to hit like 1-2 o'clock in the morning on Thursday or Wednesday, so that I can get the max benefit out of that day on market.
Yeah, so there's Ryan at 1 or 2 in the morning, right? He's got his laptop, and he's going to hit enter, and he's like, just press the button in the middle. It's 1 to 2, man. You've had a few cocktails by then, right?
Let's be honest here, dude. We're talking about Julie.
Poor Julie.
Poor Julie.
Justin, according to Zillow, and again, if you'd like some more strategies and how we strategize in preparing a house to go on the market, or you just simply like to get a hold of this article, all you got to do is text the word day to 623 AZ Recon. That's day to 623 AZ Recon. All right, Justin, Ryan already mentioned it, but according to Zillow, Thursday is the best day. And to Ryan's point, 11 o'clock Thursday night doesn't count.
No.
Like it's got to be there when people wake up on Thursday and they're opening up their apps.
Well, this was exciting to me because I wanted to know this myself, and I felt like Thursday was probably going to be the best day, just because, again, like you were saying, I figured if I was looking for a home, I'd want to look at homes on Thursday to schedule out for possibly Friday evening, maybe Saturday and Sunday to look at. And so I'd want to see the most recent the homes that were added to the market, try to catch them before somebody else does, right? Because those super popular homes are gonna fly, and then the ones that have been sitting, they tend to continue to sit, right? In some cases, but yeah, I was really interested to see what the article was going to say, and I wanted to know what you guys were.
Well,
gonna say.
and depending on what platform you use to search for homes, they are going to push the newest ones. So if you're using Zillow, Homes.com, or Realtor.com or whatever, they already know what kind of consumer you are as a buyer. And so they're going to say, all right, well, you've already passed over this one, or it's already been on your feed for a couple of days now. This one that's brand new,
Here you go, right in front of your face.
then
when
we're
you
going
pop it
to
up.
push that on you first.
So,
ahead.
sorry to interrupt you. So, is Zillow and like Realtor.com, are they instant now, or is there a delay still?
They're still going to push what they want you to see.
Right.
Right, because they're aggregators. What they're going to do is they're going to take your information, do the best they can for you to get to click on that, submit your information, and then sell that information to a real estate agent.
Sure.
How much? Go ahead.
But is it instant? Like the moment you put it on MLS?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Zillow's a little bit later to the game, usually like within a couple hours. Realtor.com is pretty instant.
Wow.
But they're all pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So would there be a play here? So I'm an aggressive buyer, and Sunday morning I wake up and I go, I want to see all the listings that just got listed last night and this morning, knowing that most people who've been shopping all weekend aren't going to even see this home. So let's go see it on a Sunday, put it in an offer.
Say that again?
No, I'm just saying. So I'm a buyer, right?
Okay.
So Sunday morning I wake up and I go, I want to see all the homes that have been on the market for one day, like all the homes that got listed Saturday night or Sunday morning, knowing that most
just
people
to-
that weekend
To try to defy the algorithms?
yeah, and,
Okay.
and take advantage of a seller who's didn't get so much traffic over the weekend because their house got listed. I don't know.
Be a pretty damn savvy buyer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
that would be.
I don't hate it.
Text the word day to 623 AZ Recon if you want to take this. If you want to take this strategy out for a spin, we'd love.
I think it would
love
be a good idea.
All right, one of the things that I love about our MLS and in Arizona, and we didn't prep for this conversation, and Justin, I don't know whether you're as familiar with it, but we get into our job is to be upfront with you. Like we are going to tell you what your house is worth, and oftentimes it's not what the Zestimate is or any kind of automated system. And oftentimes it's just, we got to tell you your baby's ugly. And, I don't want your house to sit on the market for 90 days. And if you think your house is worth $50,000 more than what it truly is, somebody, one, has got to be upfront and honest with you, and two, be careful of the agents that are going to placate you just to try to get the listing. I love the coming soon status for these situations. And so coming soon gives us the ability to put the house on the market before, let's say, it's truly ready to go on the market, or we just want to test the waters. And it can stay on the MLS as coming soon status, but it doesn't accrue any days on market. So,
great.
we have
We do that with all of our listings.
Yeah, we do it with all of them, but especially if sellers like, okay, I don't agree with you. My house is worth $50,000 more. Say, okay, I don't want to accrue days on market at that $50,000 higher price, but let's take it out for a spin for a couple of weeks. And when you don't get any activity, then we're going to sit down and talk, and you're going to tell me I was right.
It's still going to get published on Zillow,
Yeah.
Realtor.com, all of those. And so we're going to know pretty darn quick how much activity it's getting, because we can also see people who have saved the listing. We can see how many people have clicked on it, how often, et cetera. And so if the numbers are low, particularly for what, comparables are in the neighborhood, then we're going to know, okay, all right, this has been on the market or coming soon for, a handful of days, and it's only got 2 clicks on it and no saves. Okay. Either we're doing something wrong with our marketing or we're doing something wrong with our pricing. The thing that I see as being the biggest mistake when it comes to coming soon is people will put like one shitty picture of the front on there and then maybe one taken by their iPhone on the interior, and they're like, okay, well,
Yeah.
it's coming soon. Do it right. Do the whole thing. Get it properly published and set up like you would as if it was actually coming to market. And I still coming soon on Wednesday or Thursday, and then have it go active on a Wednesday or Thursday. Just the same as whenever I make any changes. Like if it has sat for a week, then I'm changing the flag picture, changing up some of the verbiage, et cetera. Or if there's a price adjustment, I'm doing that on a Wednesday, Thursday too.
So do you guys get calls on a coming soon?
All the time.
Yeah, we do
If
all
it's
the
listed
time.
proper?
And this is the thing, though, Justin, is a lot of agents interpret coming soon as coming soon. So they don't even ask to see the property. They just tell their clients, we got to wait for it to go live. And so if I see coming soon and my client likes it, I love touring coming soons, and I love negotiating with coming soons, because a lot of agents don't understand that you can still make an offer.
Yeah.
And even if the agent goes, hey, we're not taking any offers, I'll still write the damn offer, because that agent by law has to present all offers to their seller.
I treat it as active.
Yeah.
And like, let's be real here. If a seller is willing to put coming soon,
They're wanting to sell it.
they're okay with getting an offer and
Yeah.
selling it. They might have a couple of things. They might need a longer close of escrow because they need more time or whatever. That's fine.
Have you guys gotten a coming soon under contract?
Tons.
Tons of
Many
them.
times?
Yeah.
That's good to
Super
know.
common. Especially
You looking for a good agent?
Always.
especially when we were in a super tight seller's market. I mean,
Yeah.
it was. I mean, with the second we would see it coming soon, we were all over it. And some of them truly did want it to be coming soon because they wanted to have full exposure on it, which I'm not mad at that. But I was still over there checking them out and writing offers on them, and every now and then would win them.
All right, if you are looking for strategies, if you're getting ready to sell your house and you're looking for great strategies on whether it's coming soon status, is what are the best days of the week, but more importantly, how to negotiate and really leverage your unique situation, and or if you're a buyer and you just want to take us up on it and you want to go after some coming soons, go ahead and text the word DAY to 623 AZ Recon. That's DAY to 623 AZ Recon.